everybody, this is Tom from Rocket Restorations, and we're at MCACN 2024 this year, and I really wanted to highlight one of my friend Bill's car. This is a 1970 Sport Fury GT, and it is a gorgeous car in black and white. It is part of the formal collection. I don't know what they're calling it. It's a whole bunch of black with white interior Mopars, and this car fits right in. As you know, I love C-bodies, I love GTs, and these are great. Bill's nickname is Billy Fury because he has so many Furies. He's collected a lot of GTs over the years. He has some really nice Survivors, and this is a really nice one. It's been repainted. It was originally from California. It ended up in Portland, Oregon, and he bought it in 1998. He's had it that long. And apparently it had a white vinyl top when he got it, and he never really liked it. And then this whole collection thing came up, so we decided to take it off. So now he had the vinyl roof taken off, had the roof repainted, and it looks fantastic. I've never been a huge vinyl top guy. I mean, on a Charger it looks pretty good, but that's really the only car. I don't think it looks very good on a Fury, so I think this looks way better this way. Apparently the story goes it was bought as a dealer demonstrator somewhere in California for the dealer's wife, and then they put the white vinyl top on because I think maybe it was too hot in the summer. I don't know. There's some little rumor and innuendo about this. He had some radial tires on it. He put these H7015. So these are actually not reproduced tires. Anytime you see these on a car, you know that they're originals, and they are super hard to find. I really wish someone would make these. The 1970 Chrysler 300 Hurst used them, and I think one of the Shelbys used them. I can't remember. Although you think if a Shelby used it, they would have reproduced them already. But it'd be really nice if they reproduced these tires, because I have like 3 cars that need them. I digress. This car originally had chrome wheels, so that was actually an option. So you got the road wheels on the Sport Fury GT package, and the base one was painted wheels. So these are actually painted, and then there was one, an option. It was like a $5 option. It was like basically nothing, and you got the chrome wheels. I've got a 70 GT, a silver car that actually has chrome wheels on it, which is one of the few options it has. Gorgeous center caps too, but really hard to find those. This car is super nice. It's fairly well optioned. It has a really nice white bench seat in it, so you can fit 3 across the front, or put an arm around your wife or something. It's got a clock, AM/FM stereo, which got you the 3-speaker dash, which is kind of a neat option. The VIN's right there. We'll do a fender tag here in a second. I'll do my patented Rocket Restorations decode. I just love Sport Fury GTs. I mean, these were part of the rapid transit system. These were marketed as the performance car for Plymouth. It was the full-size one. They lined them all up, and we've got most of them here today. You had the Roadrunner, had the Barracuda, had the Duster, had the GT, GTX. These finish panels are really hard to find too. These always got hit. So an interesting bit of trivia on these Sport Fury GTs. These finish panels are super hard to find. I've never really figured out exactly when it changed, but from what I've been told, the early ones didn't have screws in them. And all the GTs I've seen don't have the screws, but about quarter way through the year, all the non-GT Sport Furies got screws in them. So the ones that don't have the screws to the finish panel piece here are extremely hard to find, because they're basically GT only or really early on the year on Sport Furies. I'm assuming they probably had a hard time keeping these on. They're basically just studs, kind of, I don't know if they're spot welded. I don't know what the right word for it, because it's an aluminum panel, but there's studs on there. I think they kind of came off or dented, so they had to come up with the screws to make them fit. These actually had factory tips on them, which is a super neat piece. I mean, I don't know if I want to say based on the Challenger piece. You know what? I'm going to say the Challenger ones are based on this, because I'm a C-body guy, and who's going to argue with me? But they're basically the same on the end as the Challenger. They just have a bigger extension on them. Super cool looking tip, but very hard to find. These are extremely hard to find. I'm real lucky at my GT that actually has them. Has the awesome strobe stripe that goes all the way around. Those are, luckily, are being made. They're really hard to find. Has the stripes on the hood too. Just a great looking package. The hideaway headlights. Man, I mean, just look how evil that front end is. It's just, I love 70 Sport Furies. They're just such a good looking car. One thing when you go to MCACN, each car's got to be checked when it comes in. So you need to have less than a quarter tank and the battery disconnected. That's a rule for the being inside here. Has the tri-bar emblem on there. Plymouth letters on the hood. The bulge hood, also a 70 Fury thing, although pretty much they all got that. But it's just a really cool option. I love the bullshit. 71, they kind of got rid of that. And I think we kind of missed something on those. And they had the engine call out. So if you had a 383 or a 440, they put the engine call out on the hood. Dual mirror car, which is always a nice option. Air temp AC car. We'll go under the hood here in a minute. Rear seat emblem on the back. AM FM car, so it has rear speakers. Another tri emblem on the back here. That's actually a foil insert, which is like pretty much impossible to find now. I'm pretty sure Bill bought all the NOS ones probably 30 years ago. But yeah, they're super hard to find. I think somebody might have been reproducing those, but there's actually a foil insert there. Super duper hard to find. And the Sport Fury emblem on the back, and then that GT, that's a decal back there. Okay, let me pop the hood and I'll show you under the hood of this thing. All right, here's the engine bay. So these had very unique motors in them. So these were technically a T-code 440. So I'll go over the fender tank here in a minute, but the T-code was the low performance 440. So they had log manifolds. The U-code would have HP. So the manifolds on this go straight back. On the HP, they would kind of swoop up and you got more horsepower out of them. But these had a special engine. It was called the F01 code. And they got factory dual exhaust and they got a dual snorkel air cleaner. I believe they also got I think they got the Carter instead of the Holly, which is a huge upgrade. Hollies are not good carburetors. But these are actually, so the T-code 440 was a 350 horse. This is a 360 horse motor. And then the U-code 440 was a 375 horse motor. Very original engine bay, you know, real honest engine bay here. He has the red top battery for it, original washer bottle, which Vans keeps on saying they're going to reproduce those. Vans, please reproduce those because everyone needs those. Disc brakes, power disc brakes, 3-speed wipers, AC, of course 26-inch radiator with that. These have the hideaway headlights and they're electric. So the Charger in 68, 69 had vacuum headlights, and I believe those were federally outlawed in 70. So I think they had to go to power everything. So the Charger went to power, and then the Fury to power. All right, let's decode this fender tag. Okay, so going from left to right, E85 is the low performance 440. Again, the option code for the 360 is only on the broadcast sheet, it's not on the fender tag. D32 is automatic. P is full-size Plymouth. H is high trim. 23 is two-door hardtop. There were several different roofs on these. You get a different fastback that most of the GTs didn't have. T is low performance 440. 0 is year. D is plant Belvedere. 109821 is the sequence number. TX9 is black paint. H4XW is white bench seat. EW1 is upper door frame color. Since it's white interior, it has white upper door frames. The SPD is 821, pretty early car, first couple weeks of production. The vehicle order number, vehicle order number is 063475. That's just an internal number for Chrysler. So the next TX9 on the next line is the roof color. So if it had a vinyl roof, it'd be like V1W if it was a white vinyl roof. But since this was not a vinyl roof car, it just has the paint code again. You can get a two-tone car too, theoretically. A01 is light package. A04 is the basic package. They got you like power steering, radio, a couple of things. A52 is the Sport Fury GT package. That's what makes this car super special. B51 is disc brakes. G11 is tinted glass. H51 is AC. L31 is fender turn signals. And they're in the scoop on these, which is super neat. M25 and M31 are moldings. That's the belt moldings and dripper moldings. N95 is California emissions, which means this car most likely was sold new in California. R35 is AM FM stereo. B01 is single tone paint, so that means black bottom, black top. If it was like a white painted top, it'd be B02. 26 is 26 inch radiator, and END is end of codes. All right, well there it is. My good friend Bill's 1970 Sport Fury GT in factory black, black top, white interior. What a cool car, part of the Formal collection. Dan Pausch is the one who organized this. He has some really cool signboards, which I'll do a video on those later. He came up with some really cool signboards that have like production numbers and how many they made of each option. Really, really neat stuff. I really want to highlight that, so I'll do a video on that later. So, yep, I'll wrap it up on Bill's car. This is Tom from Rocket Restorations. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.